Hey guys, this is Luke. I just wanted to put a little introduction here at the beginning because we sort of forgot about the introductions until maybe a quarter to halfway through this time. Welcome to the Casspod. Um, I'm one of your main hosts, Luke. Mike will not be joining us tonight. He has work early in the morning and it is about 2 in the morning right now. We have just recorded our second edition, late night edition. I am joined by my wife, Jenna Lee, the beautiful Jenna Lee, and my best friend for 20 years, just about Austin V. We are just going to have some little stories about our wedding and from some stuff over the years. And we really hope you enjoy it. Thank you. And that's how our night is going tonight. How's your night going, Jenna?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah, is it?
Cracking open a cold one with the boys.
How's your night going, Austin?
Not bad, not bad.
No.
Not bad at all.
No, you're the only one that's pretty stoned tonight.
Yeah.
You're the only one that hasn't had a beer yet. How you doing?
Chilling.
It sounds like it's going well for you.
Very well. Very chilling.
Okay, yeah, no.
We're all on kind of different levels tonight.
Yeah. Me and Jenna, and I got a couple tall boys. Mike, bless his heart, he has work tomorrow. It is about 12:38 in the morning where we're at right now in Michigan, and man, he conked out probably about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now it's not Christmas anymore, but it was Christmas Day, and we recorded our first session this morning at around noon. And now it's just after midnight. It's actually right around the same time, about 12 hours later. And I mean, it's fine too. It was good too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike just, gosh.
He has to wake up at the crack ass of dawn.
Yeah, dude, so early. He has to wake up so early.
Sucks to be him.
Yeah, I still gave him shit for it, though. I still gave him shit for it.
Feel bad that he's not here.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
I'll have to get over it, Luke.
Yeah, I know. Huh? It's okay. I'll edit it out. That's staying in. No, yeah, like I said, it's about 12:30 in the morning, 12:40 in the morning. I got a little buzz on. Austin's got a little buzz on. Jenna's got a little buzz on, and we were like, we're still gonna record a little bit. You know, we're still gonna talk. We still got some things to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know in the last episode we talked about we're gonna get into the whole story of the whole lawsuit with
the
Red
Red Bull story. Yeah.
But
I even had that marked down in my notes to talk about, but
yeah, that's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I think that's a number 3 story. Number 3.
For sure.
No, I guess I'll talk a little bit about like what we did today. You know, like afterwards. You know, I spent. Oh my gosh, I don't think I knew how much work a podcast was gonna be.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I spent shit.
You probably spent a good 5. I'm not even kidding. 5-6 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say the better part of 9 at least. You know, like, but it took between the time that it took from recording to posting. It took 9 hours. Between recording and posting, and like Jenna said, I was probably on the computer a good 6, but man, was I very unprepared for posting because the very first thing I did, I went to look for a very well-known recording app, not recording, but like a good like post production app, I'd say. GarageBand. It's what I use on my iPhone and stuff.
But the first episode was really good though. I liked it.
Well, thank you. But like I said, leading up to it, the post production app, I looked for GarageBand, and I went online, and everybody knows, and I didn't know at this point that it's only for iOS, only for iPhones. GarageBand is, and I saw GarageBand for Windows, and I was like all for it. Click, 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 click. So they got me, man. They got me. I downloaded it, and it was a malware app, right? It was it was crap.
Yeah.
They said it popped up like download this antivirus and then download this there's this and that and this and that. Like every time I hit no, cancel, no, cancel, no, cancel. That's what I did. I was like, I don't want this. I thought I was just trying to get through it to download the GarageBand.
Yeah.
But this is why you always read those prompts.
Yeah.
Because after all this stuff, after I had said no, cancel to everything, it all downloaded anyway. And I was like, what? How are they getting around me? But then I opened back. I actually went back and opened that app that I was, the malware app, because it wouldn't close. I couldn't exit out of it, no matter what it is. So I opened it up and I gave it a chance, and I read it, right? This fucking prompt was telling me. Oh my god. It said, if you agree to download and try this app, press no and then cancel.
No kidding.
I swear to God, and then it said press no and cancel if you agree to download it. And I was like, what in the hell? These guys are some smart freaking scammers, And I felt like the biggest idiot because at that point, after that, I spent 2 hours of that 9 hours, or at least 6.5 hours on the computer, was spent deleting all of those crap apps.
Man.
Okay, maybe not 2 hours, maybe like an hour, but still, that's a lot of time fixing one mistake.
I bet that was a lot of fun though.
It sucked.
It's almost like agreeing to terms and conditions. I mean, whoever reads those?
Exactly.
You just scroll down to the bottom and you hit I accept, and then sometimes you just find yourself in some shady situation,
for sure, like, I don't know if I'm selling my soul, but I really want to listen to iTunes,
Right.
Yeah, but no, so I finally got through that, and then, you know what, real quick, I just want to interject on myself here. I never explained who was here tonight. And that's probably thanks to the buzz. Okay, so it's me, Luke. Mike is not here, of course. He's in the other bedroom snoozing. Jena, my wife, is here.
Hello.
And then our special guest tonight. I guess we have two special guests tonight. We have Jena, our casual guest here that's going to be here a lot more often than anybody else. But also we have one of my best friends since when I was like 6 years old. We met. I moved into an apartment complex. We lived on the same floor, sort of kitty corner apartments to each other. We were, we were both in school already, but we were the same age. He's just less than a year younger than me. His name's Austin. We both, loved the same things from when we were little kids. Back then it was Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and wrestling 100%. I don't think...
Still to this day.
Yeah, still to this day. I don't
20-something years old.
24 and 24. And I don't think I would be such a nerd without this guy. I think I would have done something else with my life instead of watching wrestling and playing video games if it wasn't for this guy.
Yeah.
And, I don't regret a single moment of it. So, without further ado, this is my buddy Austin V. Welcome him to the podcast.
Yo, thank you, Luke, for that great introduction.
Yeah, for sure. For sure,
This guy's a good friend.
Yeah, he is too. He's a good friend. He's uncle to Bray. he hasn't been around a lot recently, but that was one for not a good reason, and two for a good reason. You know, we thought he may have had the coronavirus for a while, but because his ex had it, his recent ex had it for how long did she have it? A couple weeks, right?
Yeah,
a couple weeks. Yeah, she was real sick from it, and they were pretty scared about it. And then he was staying at her house for a little bit. He went over there and stayed, and it turns out she had a positive test, and he was there, and that was really scary. We didn't get to see him for a couple months. Well, actually, in total, we didn't see him for like 4 months, did we, Austin?
No, not at all.
Yeah, like 4 months.
You got the whole quarantine. You got and just life happens.
Yeah, the whole quarantine, life happens. I was going over to her house like every other weekend.
Yeah.
Wanted me to come over as much as I could.
Yeah. So we hadn't seen him for a while before that, which we would have probably seen him real soon if that had to happen.
Right.
It wouldn't have been no 4 months. But it had to been a good couple months, just because he was busy and things in his life. And we hadn't seen him for a while. He'll come over every once in a while, stay the weekend or a couple nights. The
longest I've been over at your house was like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We
stayed
you
for
guys
2
had
weeks.
that other apartment over there.
Yeah, this was over a couple years ago. This is when we first moved.
It's first moved here.
This kid is used to spending all his weekends with us and like staying a couple nights. Like, I mean, we saw him so often. And I mean, I've noticed, just since COVID is a thing, it's just,
not much.
it seems like, life has just picked up. And I mean, obviously, aside from the whole quarantine thing that they recommend,
But, I used to come over all the time for this COVID stuff, dude.
All the time.
We spent so much time together.
You guys used to live in Hart. You used to come all the way from Hart to Grand Rapids and pick me up.
Which for a lot of people don't really know. We live in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Hart is about an hour and a half north of us. It's like a quarter state away for most states, but for Michigan, and Michigan's huge, so it's like an hour and a half north of us. Which a lot. That's not super far. That's like a 3-hour round trip, though.
Right.
And that's happening every weekend, every few days. Because a lot of our family lived down here in Grand Rapids area.
Yeah, right.
And especially Austin, I said this a couple times already, but he come over all the time. Best friends, we've been best friends for almost 20 years.
Almost.
This
close
guy,
to 20 years.
Luke, is so committed to the people that is so close to him that when him and I first got together, this guy would drive 200 miles round trip to spend a weekend with me.
Oh, yeah.
200 miles round trip. And I think about it now, and it's like, it's crazy how much effort you were willing to put into having a relationship and, just seeing me and...
Finish what you were saying.
Every weekend, our whole thing all weekend was the last day that he would spend with me be Chinese and slushies, and that was my thing. Our thing. This guy is a very loyal guy.
Oh, thank you,
to the people that are closest to him.
Yeah,
and
lots of long car rides. And,
but
lots of them. Lots of long hauls.
You gotta do what you gotta do for the people
ever
that
thought if none of us would have met each other, What do you think that would be like?
I don't really think of that because I'm so content.
We're all different,
right?
In ways, but at the same time, we're the same.
We all get good drunk, get good stoned. It's
Yeah.
Stupid shit like that, you know.
You know, I'm so content. You know, we will come. We'll sort of circle back around to that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm so content with how sort of life is going right
Yeah,
now.
for
Like,
sure.
okay, there's a lot of frustrating stuff, but like,
Oh, definitely.
you know, we can all
Agree,
attest to that for sure.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm so much more happy with the way life is going now that I try not to think about like how stuff could be if
Yeah,
I
for
had
sure.
done something different. I haven't thought
Yeah.
of something like that in a little bit. What everybody does,
Yeah, it's
I have recently, but it's
Yeah.
been a while.
You know, 2020 has been quite the year, but I mean, the close friends and the close family that I've had, I mean, I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Yeah, like
You know?
yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board with that. You know, like,
You know,
I
the
wouldn't trade
people
for
that
nothing.
just check in every once in a while, like, I mean, especially with this whole COVID
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
like, I mean, they're not even, like, a second thought for me. Like, it's like, I have what I want and need in my life. You know, I got good friends and good family, so I'm not even worried about So-and-so-
What we could have done.
yeah, you
Right,
know,
right.
so and so's not checking up on me or
Sure, yeah. Oh, by the way, real quick, and then we'll circle back around to what you were saying a second ago. Just out of the blue, our son Bray just started walking. Just like we waited a year and a half.
Holy shit.
Okay, we waited a year and okay. What that holy shit about real quick was Jenna's shaking her beer over here because it's empty, and he's like, Bray's, and Austin's like, oh my god, you drank that already? No, the last yesterday and today just happens to be Christmas Eve and Christmas. Bray started walking
like everywhere.
yeah, he would pick himself up and like walk along stuff, holding on to stuff, or maybe holding your hand. But he would cry about it a little bit because because crawling was way easier. But just all of a sudden, out of the blue, no help from us. Yesterday and today, he's been walking all around the house, no help, no nothing needed, just walking, and that's amazing.
It really is.
That's a Christmas, that's a Christmas miracle,
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I just wanted to put that out there real quick. So I'm proud of my boy. But okay, Austin, we'll circle back to you.
What I was saying.
Yeah. What were you saying? Yeah.
See, like, yeah, I'm on board with that. You know, like I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't trade any of this in for nothing. You know. This is like, I was in your guys' wedding for fuck's sake, dude.
Yeah.
That was like one of the most special moments for me, you know.
Well, for us too, for sure,
Especially when everybody got to laugh at me for ripping my pants. That was that was special. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go into this story a little bit. So we'll continue on that. We will continue that. But to explain a little bit. Our wedding night, I'm not going to get into everything, the best night of my life, but like, without getting into all that, Austin was going hard on the dance floor, and long story short, he dropped it too low, and he busted some balls out, okay? Them babies were hanging out like low-hanging fruit, okay? And
Our wedding night is a whole nother episode.
he dropped it like it was hot. Okay, let's just say that. But yeah, continue, Austin. I'll let you go back on your story.
Yeah, everybody laughed at me. That was I was even laughing.
We have so many good memories just from that one night.
Yeah, just from that one night, like the pool ring. Explain the pool ring, Luke.
Would you like me to?
Oh, I would.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Jen and I got married. Almost
3 years ago.
Almost 3. I keep wanting to say 2. I was talking to Reese, my brother Reese, and I wanted to tell. I told him like, yeah, we've been married for a year and a half. I was telling the story, and I was like, that doesn't sound. No, it's been over 2. Oh man.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got married back in July of 2018.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. We got married in July 2018, and this is later that night, or possibly even the second day. It was the next day.
I think it was the second day.
Yeah, it was the day after Jenna and I got married. There was a bunch of us, my brother and Austin and Jenna's sisters, and, a bunch of us.
Our whole family.
Yeah, we were playing Truth or Dare. At my grandmother's house, she had at the time she had a pole barn. She lived in the trailer out in Hart. This is back when we were talking about living in Hart. And she had a pole barn, and we were all in it. And then we'd all decided to go have a fire, so we went and had a fire out back, right behind the house. And we were playing Truth or Dare, and Austin, was it you?
Yeah, I think it was me.
Yeah, I think it was Austin. Like I said, this is July, so it was pretty warm, but at night, it gets a little chilly, okay?
Yeah.
So, I think anybody that lives in Michigan can say, water is cold any night of the year.
Right.
So she had just recently gotten this, one of these inflatable, a large pool, but it was one of the above ground inflatable pools, and
up to your stomach.
Yeah. So, anyways, he dares me to go jump in the pool. So I'm
it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. At this time, I was a much heavier. I smoked a lot more pot. I do occasionally now, but
we were drinking too. So
yeah.
We were
for sure. Fire. Yeah. So I had a good strong buzz on as well. Yeah. Some Fireball, I believe it was, and. He says, I dare you to go jump in the pool. So I get down in my underwear, not even caring who's around. I get in my underwear. I get up on that plastic ladder, freezing cold air. I had actually just taken a shower, and I was all feeling nice and fresh too. But anyway, so I jump in that pool, splash. I get out. It's cold. About 20 minutes later, I'm all dressed back up. We're all sitting around the fire again. And Jena, my newly wedded wife, says to me, "Oh my God, Luke, where is your ring?" So
the ring I had just given him.
The ring she had just given me a day and a half before, was gone.
That was great.
This ring was very loose fitting, by the way. It was about a size too big, and it was a super cheap ring. We got it for like $30, okay? Super cheap ring, but it was a starter ring, and I was happy with it, but I lost it.
The one you got now fits like perfectly, don't it?
Yeah, it fits real nice, yeah. It's a tungsten ring. This one was just like steel with silver plated.
We don't want to lose that one now.
Yeah, no. No, but this one was really badly fitting, real basic band, and it was gone. We were like, oh my God, so we started looking everywhere. About 10 minutes later, somebody, I think her sister says, oh, he was in the pool. Oh my gosh! So we go and we jump in the pool.
What's this we? You mean me?
No, me.
Yeah, me.
I jump in the pool.
Yeah, okay,
first. Yeah, okay. So, anyways, we're like, you know what, Austin? You dared me to get in the pool. You got to get in the pool. And he's like, okay. To his point, with little protest, he did. He was being a good friend at that point. He gets in the pool. Okay, he gets down to like his shorts or his underwear or something, but he's like going around in this pool, looking around. This is the only place it could have been at this point because we looked everywhere. Okay, searched the ground everywhere, and
I feel like really dumb for this.
he was probably 5 or 10 minutes. He was in the pool for 5 or 10 minutes. This cold water,
freezing cold,
looking around, and he's just like, dude. It's not in here. It's not in here. And I'm like, dude, it's got to be in there.
The pool ring. I found the pool
ring. I'm like, yeah, no. He's like. So after 10 minutes, he's like, I'm about to get in. He's like, oh my God, I found it. We're like, yes. Oh my God, Austin, thank you. And he's like, I got to dive down to get it. We're like, okay, you got this, dude. He goes down and he comes up with a damn pool ring. Like a diving toy.
Oh God.
He's like, I found the ring. This thing is like... It's like 4 or 5, like 4.5 inches in diameter.
I could fit around your freaking thigh.
Yeah, and he's like, I found the ring, and
It took one.
I can't stand you, Austin. I can't stand you. Anyway, so I get in the pool right after. I get in the pool. I jump in. I walk to the middle of the pool, straight from the ladder to the middle of the pool, and I find it immediately. You know, okay, I've been talking about this for way too long. But anyway, I find this immediately, okay? That just shows you the attention to detail that Austin has, okay?
I had a few
He's
drinks,
still my... Yeah, okay,
had a few drinks in me, so... I blame it on the alcohol, so...
Unforgiven.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
still my best friend, but unforgiven.
Our whole wedding night, wedding weekend, all that, we stayed the weekend up there. That alone, I mean, I feel like could be just a whole other episode.
Right.
It could be.
So that
But
70
no,
show
Shit
but-
that
circle,
happened.
with the circle that you guys had.
We have to talk about that a little bit, but like real quick,
That-
that's why this sort of late night session is sort of cool that we get to talk about our wedding a little bit because unfortunately this was before we Mike and I had known each other since middle school. But we weren't really, we were acquaintances through middle school and a little bit through high school, but we didn't get to know each other until I moved to Grand Rapids through my buddy, and then we re-met each other through my buddy Zach at the time. And he ended up moving in with us and stuff. We became, great friends for the past 4 years?
Yeah.
3-4 years, we've been great friends. I'd say one of my best friends, along with Austin. And
me and Mike went to school together.
oh yeah, they went to Voc together, vocational school together.
He was in my classes too with Mrs. Childs and stuff.
And and then Jena met him about the same time that I reconnected with him. Like I said, he ended up moving in with us, so unfortunately, he wasn't able to be at our wedding. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm actually mistelling this a bit because Mike just happened. I'll let him tell this story, but he wasn't. We were living together at the time of our wedding, but he wasn't around at the time of our wedding. And I'll save that for a future story, maybe for Mike to tell through his own words.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but anyway, so like I said, regrettably he wasn't able to be there. But man, I'm taking way too much talking about our wedding. We still, we're almost at 30 minutes already, guys.
Okay.
We're about 4 minutes shy. That's what our last podcast was. Austin, I know you weren't here for it, but
that 70 show.
Okay,
that
yeah.
you were having,
we'll go back to that. Yeah.
You, like everyone that was out there just very upset me that badly, dude.
You upset? We upset you?
Kind of a little bit.
Okay, so just a little bit of clarification, a little bit of preposition.
Start over. Restart this. If we're gonna talk about one thing, we gotta stick with it. Because if we're 4 minutes shy of meeting the time that we want, with all editing and everything, we gotta restart all over and just forget that this was.
Kid, I mean, even the same exact one.
It's an awesome shirt.
Okay, I think we're back now. Okay, so Austin, you were talking about that 70 circle.
Yeah.
So a little bit of we were. This is the same night we were talking about that we were doing the Truth or Dare. Was this before or this was after?
What, Truth or Dare?
No, yeah, this was after Truth or Dare, right?
I'm pretty sure.
I think it was during the day. Cause we
Truth or Dare was during the day.
No,
or was that 70 show?
Like when I walked into the pole barn, like you, Jena, her sisters, everybody was sitting around that big circle table.
Okay, I get you. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think this was before the Truth or Dare then.
I think it was.
Okay, so what he means by that 70s show is the if you've ever seen the show, you know about the smoke circles that happen in the show where it sort of cameras back and forth, pans back and forth between the people where they're all smoking pot. Yeah, so we were doing that with, I'm not going to name the people in case they don't want to be named, but there was a lot of people there that weren't smoking with us, but it was my sister, Jena, Austin. I don't think Jena was smoking.
No, I definitely was.
Oh, at the time, Jena hasn't smoked in a long time, but what's up?
Like I came out there. You guys I was sleeping. You guys didn't even wake me up for it.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh,
I walked out right at the end when you guys were done.
Oh yeah. Jenna's sister was there. One of them was there, and oh my gosh, and I can't really name any more people, but
They were.
What happened was we got just super stoned, super duper stoned, and we were sitting around a little round table, not like we are
in
now.
the garage,
In the pole barn, the garage, the pole barn where we had our wedding dance at, and the night before, and one of us, I think we all just sort of together just thought like, wow, this is sort of like a That 70s Show circle. And
we just all happened to be sitting.
Yeah, and then I was like
around the table,
around a circle, little table, just sort of like we are now. And I was like, wait, hold on. And I started playing the That 70s Show theme, and then I opened up our video camera, and I started playing. I started playing it, and we just all started singing it like one by one. Yeah. Hanging out down the street, yeah. We started doing that, and we remade the That 70s Show intro. And it was one of the best memories from that night, from our wedding in general. It was so cool.
I mean,
that's 30 right there. Okay, so real quick, I think this is going to be a little bit of a two-parter, maybe. If not, I'll just cut this out. But I think we should just continue. Maybe
for sure.
Maybe give it another like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Maybe we could probably leave it in one part.
I mean, we can definitely just keep going and see where it takes us.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't necessarily have to meet a time standard so much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
30 was sort of short for the first one too.
Yeah, I mean, when I sat and listened to it, I was like, wow, like that kind of flew by.
Okay, so we just had a little bit of conversation. That was a little breakdown. Okay, so I just want to say right now, Austin, you and I would really like to have like an in-depth podcast about just you and I, just wrestling. You know,
come over for a podcast with that.
Yeah, for sure. You know that's a huge passion for both of us. You know, like
right.
Wrestling history, anyways. Not so much wrestling, like in the moment, because I know neither of us are able to watch it.
Like we're more like you know.
We're very knowledgeable about the past. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how I put that. You know.
I was just telling Austin earlier. I got Luke a WWE kind of card game to play.
I mean, every one of those guys are out there.
Austin and I sat for a good half hour where he sat and just explained everything to me that I had no idea about. But I mean, you know, like, it's just one of those things where, if Luke's interested, like, I want to learn more about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of things. Like, I mean,
it just goes on and on.
Yeah.
You can just like,
we
could sit here and talk about this for hours.
Literally, we have before and we will again. That's what he means. Like
this.
Jenna's been such a good sport.
A very good sport about it.
But Luke's wife has gone to him sometimes and being like, hey, like, you gotta include me in some sort of conversation.
Yeah,
Let's talk about something else. You know?
But Jenna has been such a good sport. She has watched pay-per-views with me, which, if you don't know, that's like the big special shows of wrestling. She's watched many pay-per-views with me. Even if she's just sitting there on her phone, sitting next to me. She hasn't been like, let's change it. Yeah, she's played wrestling games with me. She has listened to me babble on and on about things she has no idea about, that I just love talking about, and she's even picked up quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, kind of basic basic knowledge.
Basic knowledge, yeah.
Out of all,
but, I know.
Out of all of our wrestling talk, she's picked up probably a lot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and it's not even that often. We talk so much, and it's not even that often that just whenever Austin's here, it's a given that that's what we're gonna talk about.
Yep.
But anyways,
it's not a bad thing. It's just.
So
it's what we collide with,
Yeah.
It's our
Like
thing.
110%.
Yeah, so I am just really appreciative of that. I could probably be a little bit more accepting of your crime shows. She is she drops dead for crime shows.
I can do that too. I'm like down for anything.
Austin,
but
Jena and Austin love them cold cases. They love them a good case.
We can sit and watch them.
Countless times we sit there and watch them, just like doze off, fall asleep.
Yep.
Jena, for the longest time, I don't even know how long, but the longest time, Jena literally would fall asleep every single night watching Cold Case. Every single night. That's not an exaggeration. Like, it was weird if I didn't. Every night. I can't think of one night for a good year and a half stretch where maybe even longer. Oh my gosh. That I don't know how one person can watch one show for that long. I have such a short attention span, but it's really amazing to me.
I mean, I got I wouldn't say a really short attention span, but I can't sit there and constantly watch the same thing, repeatedly.
Well, I really feel like and I mean that's just my opinion when it comes to the stuff that you guys that you could spend hours and hours on end watching, wrestling,
Right.
True crime is definitely my thing that I could just watch, and it's honestly just interesting to me, to just hear about these things and hear about these crimes being solved. I don't know why. I'm not a criminal myself,
As far as you guys know. Yeah. So, it has sort of come to my attention just now that you are our special guest, Austin.
Yeah.
You are our guest tonight in this show, and I'm not sure that we're gonna have, because what we had planned to do is a regular show with Mike a couple hours ago, but we had a little trouble getting Brave Boy down to bed before Mike could pass out. But I would still like to get a little bit of more, personal stuff of his life and what's been going on out of Austin here. Because
for sure.
I'm not sure, when the next time we're going to get him here. I would hope it would be, this next week or next weekend or something, but I can't promise.
Probably after you guys are going to Zach's.
Probably after New Year's.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, at least. At least.
I'm getting Jason to come back to my house.
Yeah, his cousin Jason. Yeah, so I would just sort of like to talk to you a little bit,
a little bit about you.
Yeah, what have you? Has there been anything interesting going on with you, or has there been anything that you sort of want to talk about, or anything like that?
During all of 2020,
sure,
through the whole year we've been through.
I don't know. Just my grandma a little bit. That's about it.
Brenda?
Sure.
No, Georgia. That's right. Just a little bit,
Georgia. Yeah, sure.
But in that and just, I'm totally giving up. I'm not gonna even push with Selena anymore. I'm done.
Okay, so let me give you a bit of backstory here. Selena is now his ex. Probably 2-3 weeks right now.
About give or take 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's been his ex of 2 or 3 weeks, but this is not the first time. It's happened a handful of times in the past. They were together in high school.
All through high school.
All through high school. 4 years? All 4 years through high school.
Her 4 years, my
her
sophomore years.
Her 4 years, and then he was a sophomore.
So about three for me, and then 4 for her. So.
Yeah, of their high school. Anyways, 4 total.
Yeah.
And then they ended up splitting up and getting back together. They had an on again off again relationship. Would you graduate 16?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on again off again relationship for the next 4 years after he graduated, and now it's just recently off again. And so you say you're at like an impasse, like you can't get over it this time.
It's just like, it's like I can't like just take the thing and being pushed away anymore.
Sure.
She promised that she wasn't gonna push me away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you guys have been at this point before.
And then, like, she promised me, like, we were like laying down. She was like crying, having a heart to heart and everything.
Ooh, yeah.
And then she's like, "I promise this ain't gonna happen again. I promise, and I won't push you away." She gets sick with the COVID, and then then I got sick, and then fucking everything just went downhill after that. She I was like really sick where I couldn't get out of bed. Right. My mom called the hospital and said that son had COVID and explained to her everything, and then the nurse said if I had the symptoms, to stay home and quarantine. I told them that, and they just wouldn't believe me at all. So that's why push me away like that.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know how this is all my fault though, from her.
Yeah, no, but yeah. So there was some serious stuff going on.
Yeah.
And she just didn't trust you about it. So that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough, especially knowing her for so long.
And I've known Selena since I was in 6th grade.
Oh boy!
I met her in the 6th grade.
Quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
Wow! Holy crap! Wow.
Yeah. She was in 5th, and I was in 6th. We met in middle school.
And I was
7th grade.
I was 8th when you were in 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You graduated like 2 years before me.
Yeah. This is when I was going to Grand Rapids. Well, okay, Jena. She just took my beer because it's the last beer. Oh, okay then, girl. You do you. But anyways, okay. So yeah, that's sort of a down party.
Yeah.
Here. What's a more is there been any like recent events that have made you feel good? Like what'd you do for Christmas here today?
Went to my grandma's, my dad's mom's. And hung out with my Uncle Ricky, my grandma Brenda, her mom, my grandpa, and 2 of my cousins that I haven't seen in like about 3 or 4 years.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty fun.
Well, see, yeah, that's a good upside there.
They're about 12 and 16.
Who are they?
My dad's cousin Stacy's kids.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you. Okay, yeah. So I mean, you get to see, his family members you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Not too big of a gathering. Yeah, extended family. That's not too big of a family gathering there, though. So that's not too bad. I mean, even though your family is an extended family gathering by itself, because you got what 7 people in your family, 6, 7 people in his immediate family, just in his household, But anyways, so what was your favorite thing that you got for Christmas?
I would either say this WrestleMania 15 shirt I got on.
Oh yeah, he's got. Oh Lord, excuse me. It's about 1:30 in the morning at this point, but he's got this real slick WrestleMania. What do you say, 13 shirt? 15 shirt. Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold on the front is really cool.
From March 29th, 1998. Either say this was my favorite one, or the Nightmare on Elm Street one that my grandma got me.
Oh yeah, you got another shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
It's real cool.
Yeah.
So that's real awesome. And then he was able to get presents for all his siblings this year, which is really cool.
We got some presents for our son.
Yeah, for sure.
Really thoughtful.
Which didn't make it here.
And he has, yeah, they didn't get here yet. You know, his brother ended up taking him out of the truck on accident, leaving him at his grandmother's house, so we couldn't get him here.
Kids are forgetful sometimes.
Yeah, ain't no biggie. Marshall's gonna be Marshall, you know. But
right.
he has 4 other siblings, right?
Well,
1,
not
2,
including
3,
not
4,
in,
yeah.
not including my dad's other daughter he has, but
Oh yeah.
so 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4. Yeah, he has 4 or 5 siblings, so you know that's quite a few people to be able to buy for there. You know, so you did, you know, so it had to be pretty fulfilling this Christmas.
And Caitlin's boyfriend Ramar.
And yeah, oh
and
man.
And my great grandmother.
Your great grandmother.
That was that blew my mind with her when she opened. She's like, "Oh wow, this is so cool!"
Yeah.
Taking the little figurine out and playing with it. And everything. It's so cool.
Spreading the Christmas cheer pretty far this year, Ross. Pretty far.
It's like the first or second time. I think it's the first time I bought gifts for anybody besides myself.
I know my family is getting so extended, including, you know, with me and Jenna bringing our families together, and you know, all my family having kids, and you know, having families of their own. My family is getting, which I know this is nothing to complain about, and I'm not complaining.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I'm actually really happy for this. You know, I've always had a pretty large family on both sides of my family, my father's and my mother's sides. And my family on my father's side just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And, you know,
I think we're the last kind of...
Yeah, we're sort of the last kind of... parents, you know, and sort of like our generation sort of thing, which my generation is sort of weird because it's in between 2 generations. It's in between my parents and in between, you know, their, you know, grandkids. You know, we're I don't know. It's a really weird in between generation I'm in right now, and because I was the first one to be born. And then my son was sort of the last one to be born in between the generations, and it's a really weird gap. So it's a little tough there, but anyways, you know, my family's getting so big that it's getting sort of hard to remember and buy for everybody.
Track of everybody.
You know, Christmas is that sort of time where you just want to give, you know. But you know, it's something where it gets to a point where you don't want to give a little $10, you know, Dollar General gift to everybody. You know, you want to give them something nice that's meaningful. You know,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's really
tricky because you know you got to focus on family you got at home. You know, you got to focus on your significant other.
Right.
And you definitely got to focus on your kid.
Yeah, and this year we did a lot of Amazon shopping.
Yeah.
Me specifically, I did most of my shopping on Amazon, and yeah, I know it's not a great thing. It's really convenient. I didn't really like doing it. I would have rather went out and, you know, got things from the stores myself. But you know, I did a lot of Amazon shopping this year because of the pandemic and all that. And you know, we unfortunately didn't get to go to our big Christmas get together with my father's side of the family that we do every single year. Every single year since I was born, and you know, it's a really great thing. Why not? They canceled it? No, there's just, you know, to be, if I'm really being honest with you, the last couple gatherings I went to, I felt, and a lot of people aren't gonna agree with me on this, but you know, this is just my opinion. No. They were fine. No, they were fine. That is not where I was going.
I was just kidding.
No, I felt uncomfortable because there were so many people there. I went thinking, you know, it's not gonna be that big, but then I got there and it was big and cramped. You know, which I mean, normally I have such a big family that it's always like that.
Right.
But this year,
had it not been for the pandemic.
Yeah, had it not been for the pandemic, I would have absolutely loved to go. You know, and like I said, you know, a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, but I think I just need to take that a little bit more seriously at this point. You know, for sure. Coming up with, you know, the recent developments and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into all that, but you know, unfortunately, we weren't able to attend this year.
I mean, this is something, I mean, just since I've been with Luke, dating, since we've been together, that this was an every year kind of thing, and with 2020 being the way it has been, and COVID, and you just don't want to take that chance. I mean, you want to be around as with few people as possible. That's not to discourage
things
small get-togethers. What we got going on right now, but definitely like when you got big gatherings like what we're used to in past years with the big holidays, it's definitely hard.
It stinks. It really sucks, dude. It fucking sucks. How about that? It fucking sucks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely.
Yeah, I think Austin's right. They will get better.
I mean,
eventually.
Right. Honestly, if any of this has taught me anything, I mean, we've had definitely a shitty year, just not having a normal life. But I think, if anything, it's just taught me, like, spending time with the people most important and closest to you,
for sure.
I mean, I think that's
it's like the best thing you can do,
The best thing you can do is just, it's not, I mean, at the moment right now, it's not worth taking the risk of
getting sick,
Of getting sick
of
or
us getting sick or getting our son sick or getting another another family member sick. We got that buzz going strong. I absolutely agree with you, Jenna. But
I would much rather spend time with the people that I'm comfortable with and
small group of people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And it'll be the same for New Year's coming up. We're gonna stick with people that we associate with.
I think Thanksgiving out of the whole year, because we really got hit hard in March. But a lot of people do some big things for Easter. I know we do, but the most important things come around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and New Year's.
The big trifecta, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. That was my biggest concern. But just, spending time with the people that are most important to us.
Yeah, for sure. Going back to what I was saying, it is hard. It's nice to get everybody together. Nice to buy everybody a gift, and nice to, talk to each other, show each other that you love each other. But I mean, it's a little hard to accept, but to show each other.
But at the same time, safety is like, number one priority.
That's how you show each other that you love each other right now.
Right,
is
exactly.
staying away from each other.
Right.
The close people to us, we all got to get tested for COVID. I mean, speaking personally for Luke and I, we got to get COVID tested.
Yeah, I've been tested 2 or 3 times so far. I think 3 times so far.
I haven't been tested once. But,
see, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I feel perfect.
He did quarantine though. He did quarantine for like a month after that. Okay, so
no joke. Yeah, my dad's kind of an asshole. So
yeah. Oh man. Okay, let's put it this way. Maynard made sure that he quarantined and he was healthy. Okay. That's what he did. Okay, right? Okay. Hi Maynard, I hope you listen to this. But anyways, so we're reaching about the 50-some minute mark right now, without editing. So I think we're going to sort of wrap it up a little bit here.
Edit.
There is so much more that I would love to talk about with you guys, and I know Austin has stories and Jena has stories, and I hate to cut it off right now, but this is a lot of editing, and this is a lot of time. But you know, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to stay up until post 1:30 in the freaking morning. It's 1:35 right now. It's 1:35 right now. You know, I really appreciate you guys staying up with me to do this. And,
I'm not even tired.
I hope Mike gets home at a decent time tomorrow so that maybe you and I, Austin, could squeeze a little time in there. Maybe you too, Jena. Maybe we could squeeze a little time in there to talk with Austin, because I know you guys have stories. Austin,
you mean Mike?
You and Mike. I know you guys have stories that I wasn't there for, and I would love to hear. And I know that you and Mike have much better memories than me, Jena. That so you could tell some of our stories together. But
I remember everything.
Yeah, she remembers everything. Believe me, I've done a lot of shitty things, and she remembers every single one of them, and she'll put me right in line. So, okay,
me too.
So it is no longer Christmas at 1:30 in the morning on the 26th of December, 2020.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah, happy birthday, Maynard. Merry Christmas. Every second we spend, this whole damn near hour podcast gets us a second closer to ending 2020. We are inching closer and closer, you guys. I am very excited for it. Thank you for joining us on this podcast. I'm Luke.
I'm Jena.
And I'm Austin.
And thank you very much. Have a good night.